all of the words that are used within level A are gathered together into one place. So teachers can use it for review, for preview of the words. Anything you want to add on that, Jamie?
This part makes me really think of those of us that are working with multilingual students and how we typically focus our instruction on those tier 2 vocabulary words. But a lot of these words are tier 1 words, and if we don't provide instruction on those, this work is going to be too difficult for them. They're not going to make meanings. So I see this as a really nice way to give kids a way to access those tier 1 words that the classroom teachers just don't have time to teach explicitly in a classroom setting.
Thank you for that. And we mentioned earlier that there are some concepts that students are going to encounter around morphology and may or may not know that. So what we have within these activities are these, when the question icon appears, is we're going to provide some help. So let's look at this. I'm going to click the question mark for this. And when we're here, the category headings is one and more than one and neither. But if I click.
One means singular, which is one person, place, or thing. Adding S to a namer makes it plural, which means more than one.
Now, not only did we feel this was important to make available, but it may be that I need to review that a lot of times, and I can keep going to the help as many times as I need to help me do this activity from module to module. The other thing is that this activity grows up. This was module 1, but in module 3, notice that the categories have changed, and so the help has changed. Whoops, where is the help? And now we'll see. Now, in addition to more than one, we have ownership.
Ownership means belongs to. Adding apostrophe S to a namer makes it possessive, which means it belongs to that namer. The cat's treat is a fish. The cat owns the fish.
So again, the point of this help is to first potentially instruct the student, but to be something that they can refer to again and again as they need it. And then within the phrase building, we also have built in help because of these questions. And let's see which one of these gives us. Here we go. So, for example, we click.
Who did it tells us the person doing the action. The man sat. Who sat? The man.
In contrast, did what?
Did what tells us the action the thing or object did. The dog ran. Did what? It ran.
So, any comments on the use of the help, Jamie, before we wrap
Yeah,
this?
not so much from a practice lens independently, but I just think about for our students who are the most fragile, they need us to be consistent in our terminology. They need us to be consistent with the way we describe something and the way we practice it. And being able to use this system or these activities as a classroom instruction tool to pull up on your smartboard, to do it out loud for everyone, would benefit those students, especially who are struggling, who need the independent practice on the computer. Because the language is the same, we've done it together, we've done it as a modeled think aloud. So again, they're not having to learn a whole new direction system and new academic language. I also feel like for many of us, and including myself as a classroom teacher, sometimes it's just hard to figure out how to explain something that's very abstract. And so this to me gives a pretty systematic and pretty student-friendly language way of explaining these abstract concepts.